Hi there, it's Grant here. I've got an interesting video for you today because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share an article with you from Michael Saylor saying that Bitcoin price will 10x when US regulation path becomes clear. But also I think add on to this that next year is going to be Bitcoin's next halving. It's going to happen around April or May. And also BlackRock, which is the largest asset manager in the world with 20 trillion under management. They've applied for a Bitcoin spot ETF so they can trade Bitcoin. And if that gets approved by the SEC, that could send Bitcoin prices going through the roof as well. But in this article, I'm going to go over Bitcoin's historical price. We're going to look at current price of Bitcoin, but also explain why I think Bitcoin is going to be the future of money and is going to be basically the savior of financial freedom and people's freedom moving forward with the rise of central bank digital currencies that I'm going to get to at the end of the video. And these things are going to be designed to steal your freedom and your money. So stay to the end of the video to learn more about that. Okay, so let's get on with the video. So billionaire Michael Saylor says Bitcoin price will 10x when US regulation path becomes clear. So let's just have a quick flick through the article. Michael Saylor, the co-founder and former CEO of MicroStrategy, believes that regulatory clarity in the US of digital assets would catalyze a surge in the price of Bitcoin. In a recent interview with Bloomberg, Saylor predicted that BTC would increase by 10x in value after the public realizes Bitcoin's true potential. The next logical step is for Bitcoin to 10x from here and then 10x again. Regulatory clarity drive Bitcoin adoption by eliminating the confusion and anxiety that has been holding back institutional investors. Bitcoin dominance will continue to grow as the crypto industry rationalizes around BTC and goes mainstream, which I believe it will. And that will become clear as we get into the video. Saylor argued that the recent crypto crackdown by the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is laying the foundation for the next Bitcoin bull run. He mentioned that the Securities and Exchange Commission had categorized some of the most popular altcoins, including Solana, Cardano, Polygon, and others, as securities. Interestingly, Bitcoin was left out of a categorization, suggesting that it may not be considered a security. Regulatory clarity is going to drive Bitcoin adoption by eliminating the confusion and anxiety that has been holding back institutional investors. The Bitcoin bull. He added that much of the confusion stems from crypto securities for which regulators don't see a legitimate path forward in the United States. It says here they have a few crypto exchanges which is far constrained. Their view is crypto exchanges should trade and hold pure digital commodities like Bitcoin. So that is basically Michael Saylor's prediction that Bitcoin will 10x. Now, I've heard quite a few commentators say that next year, in fact, we'll go to the Bitcoin's price history. I'll just run you through this. So there's quite a lot of talk that the crypto bull run will return next year. Probably the main catalyst, it could be a couple of catalysts. But I think Bitcoin's next halving around next April, May, could be the trigger for the next Bitcoin bull run. And Tika Tuori's a crypto expert, believes that crypto or Bitcoin will exceed $100,000 next year and could go to $150,000, with many other crypto coins surging in value. So if we look at the historical price of Bitcoin, obviously we all wish we got in at 9 cents back in 2010. We'd all be sitting on millions, hundreds of thousands, not millions of dollars. So if we look here, by 2012, the price had gone up to 13.28. So pretty slow, really. But 9 cents to 13.28, you'd have, yeah, probably that's more than 100x. Then from there to 2014, when it spiked to 1,238, price slumped. And over the next couple of years, the price pumped. It went all the way up to 19,345 in December. And, went up to here, crashed, and then obviously went up to its high in November 2021 to 68,991. Then it slumped all the way down to 18,000. Now we're trading around $30,000. So if we draw a line from here and we just go through here, the price has always been up. And if we draw, if this price keeps continuing, it's not out of the realms of possibility but we're going to get up to at least $70,000 next year. If we draw the line here, it's been steadily increasing. So come 2023, we're going to be, I think next year we'll exceed 100,000, especially around Bitcoin's halvening. As if Michael Saylor, if clarity becomes clear, that will send the price surging. And also if BlackRock gets its Bitcoin spot ETF approved, then that will be an immediate 3x surge in Bitcoin. So I think next year, Bitcoin's going to go to 150,000. If we look at Bitcoin's price today, it's 29,000. So it's not quite exceeding the 30,000 sort of barrier yet. So it's been pretty much at this price now. It's been holding steady now for a couple of months. So nothing massive exciting going on at the moment with Bitcoin's price. But yeah, I think there's going to be some very interesting times over the next 6 to 12 months as we head to the crypto bull run. So I think I've begun to realize, I've been going deep into what the future holds for the financial markets and money. And it's, on the face of it, it is not good. And I'll explain why in a minute. And I think that is why Bitcoin's going to be the future of money. It's going to be the future of hope and the future of financial freedom and freedom of humanity. And while that sounds really airy-fairy and, as Michael says here, this is his website, says Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace run by incorruptible software, offering a global, affordable, simple and secure savings account to billions of people but don't have the option or desire to run their own hedge fund. And I think when people understand and see what is coming from the governments, I think people are going to be rushing Bitcoin to protect and grow their hard-earned money. So what am I on about? I am on about the rise of CBDCs or central bank digital currencies. And these little ditties or digital currencies are going to be rolled out by the global governments in the next couple of years. And as I'm just on this website here, which is really interesting, CBDC could undermine both the foundation and future of financial markets by reducing credit availability, disintermediating banks, and challenging the rise of cryptocurrencies. So a little bit more about what these things are. CBDC, central bank digital currencies, they're like cryptocurrencies, but they're very much centralized and they're controlled by the world's central banks. Now, these things are going to be run on blockchains like crypto, but as it says, they're run by banks, and they are programmable, meaning that basically the central bankers can basically change the rules of the currency, and they could, they can basically put limits on your bank accounts or your wallet, depending how they're going to be held and custodianed. They could put negative interest rates on your bank account and wallet at will, meaning they could shrink your balance. and they could stop you. They could prevent access to your money whenever they feel like it. So basically, if we all go down the CBDC route, basically we are no longer in control of our money. We no longer have the freedom to buy what we want. And if you think this is all scare stories and hype, think again, because CBDCs are coming. They're coming. The new BRIC currency, which is going to be, there's going to be an announcement at the BRIC summit, August 22nd. I think the BRIC currency, I don't think it's going to be released then, but I think just an announcement that it is coming could send the US dollar and global markets into a bit of a tailspin on the news. And when the BRIC comes out, which is Russia, which is going to be released by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, it's going to go up against the dollar. So when that comes out, I mean, a lot of nations are going to be rushing to that. That could harm the US dollar. Then I think the US is planning its own digital dollar rollout, which is because the Fed know the US. I'm going a bit off tangent here, but you need to understand the big idea and the big story. The US dollar is in trouble. It's pretty much, worthless because the Fed could just print dollars at will. And the Fed knows this. And basically, it's come up with US digital dollar. It's not rolled out yet. But I think if there's a big announcement from the BRIC summit, so keeping your eye on that, then US dollar could be accelerated and rolled out quickly. So really, with the rise of CBDCs, and CBDCs, I believe, and a lot of people are believing, are meant to basically be tools and currencies to control people's money, to lock in, to basically control what people spend, what people do and can't do. So they are not good. And that is why, bringing it all back to Bitcoin, that is why Bitcoin, I think, is going to be the future of money, because once people become savvy to what these CBDCs are and what they can do, and can limit people's freedoms and money, people, I can tell you, people are going to be rushing to put their money into Bitcoin. And I think when businesses start accepting Bitcoin mainstream, and basically when people start putting more and more money in, that's going to send the price going up. So Bitcoin is basically the hope and freedom of money, and I think humanity, because really I think there's going to be a war in the future. It's going to be the war of the governments and CBDCs against Bitcoin and crypto as a whole, because I think one of the biggest risks to CBDCs is going to basically be Bitcoin and crypto. And that is why world governments and the media, who are basically controlled by governments, are basically, bastardizing, crypto and Bitcoin as a scam, because they don't want people to use it, because they want people to use CBDCs, because they know if people use Bitcoin and other cryptos that decentralize, then basically governments cannot control the people and their money. So this isn't financial advice, but I think every person should hold a little bit of Bitcoin. This isn't financial advice. I'm putting more and more money into Bitcoin because I can see what is happening. I really do. I can see what is happening, and I don't like it. And I think Bitcoin is a way out of the financial jail humanity is walking into with CBDC. So not only could Bitcoin increase 10x in the next couple of years, but I also think it's basically going to be there to, secure humanity's freedom and wealth for the future. So yeah, hopefully you found this video useful and informative and understand why Bitcoin is going to be so important moving forward for our financial system, but also all of our freedoms. Now, I'll finish by saying Tika Tiwari, who's one of the world's leading cryptocurrency experts, has been slamming the table about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Basically, he's basically said he's warning people that the US digital dollar is coming, and he's given his 3 steps to opt out of the US digital dollar before September 20th. So if you want to basically get all of his reports and the 3 steps you need to take to opt out of the US digital dollar by September 20th, he runs a service called the Palmish Letter, which is an investment advisory where he basically shows people how to protect and grow their wealth. A lot of that is in crypto, and he's got a crypto master course in there. Tika shows you how to safely buy and store Bitcoin, which I think is going to be key moving forward. So if you want to get his crypto master course and all of his reports of all his different crypto picks and other investment picks, why not join the Palmish Letter? It's free. It's risk-free to join because you get a 60-day money-back guarantee and you get 75% off the normal price. So you can join today for $9, which will lock your membership in for 1 year. So if you want to join the Palmish Letter and get Tika's crypto master course, so you can start buying and basically investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and get all of his investment advice so you can protect and grow your wealth against the rise of CBDCs, why not join the Palmish Letter today? Link in the description and comment below. Anyway, that's what I've got for you today. Hope you found it useful and informative, and I'll speak to you soon.